Hello. Everyone keeps asking me how you take cuttings. So what I've done, I've got a collection here of things that you can take cuttings off. Now what you do, as soon as you take the wood off the mother plant, you've got to make sure that you stick it straight in water so it doesn't dry out. That's the first important thing. Now this is the new Catherine's Rose by Harkness. So it smells fantastic. Now I'm only going to get off here one cutting because what I'm looking for is what they call a semi-ripe cutting. So you cut it there just below a node, can you see that? And then cut the leaf off, and then that's quite a big leaf, so you cut it just above the leaf there, can you see that? And that's quite a big leaf, and then you just push that in like that, firm it round. Now buddleia. Now with buddleias I've got my knife. This is just an easy way of showing you. You see the internode there, you cut just below the internode like that. You cut that off so that that's where all the hormones are, and cut just below, above the next internode. Put the two leaves together and cut them in half, and that cuts down the transpiration. And there's another cutting, stick it in. Next one, jasmine, same thing. Pull off the two leaves, cut just below a node like that, cut just above a node like that. Oops, didn't mean to cut that leaf off, but it doesn't really matter. And stick that in. That's another cutting. Now, one thing everyone's asking me about, hydrangeas. So you want what they call a semi-ripe, non-flowering stem. You cut just below a node like that. Cut those two off. Just above a node like that. Cut that off. This is probably a little bit thick. Do the same thing again. Cut the leaves in half so they're not giving off too much moisture so that it doesn't dry out. And push that one in. Now I'm going to carry on. You get another one off this, yeah. So cut below a node. Cut the leaf off, cut, do it again, cut. Doesn't need all these leaves on. In fact, I'm going to take them two leaves off altogether. So basically I've just got the growing tip like that and push that in. Now you can use hormone rooting powder. So I'm going to just carry on now, filling this with buddleias and jasmines. Then as soon as you finish, you give it a really good water, get it well watered down, and then you put a bag over the top, and that looks like a little mini greenhouse, and that will keep the humidity and stop the leaves from drying out until they've started to root. Once you've started to root, you can take that off. But the new Catherine Rose, absolutely fantastic. Interesting fact, I've given it a really good water so that the compost is in touch with the bottom of the cutting, and I've also pressed them firm in so that they won't wobble about. Now I'm going to put the bag on. Okay, that's my cuttings all in. Little mini greenhouse on top. We're cooking. Just make sure you don't ever let it dry out and keep it in the shade. Interesting fact.